For 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has been holding on to its secrets. But what if a new scientific discovery could finally start to unlock them? We're going to dive into a thermal mystery that might just rewrite a huge chapter of ancient history.
So this is the big one, right? What secrets are still hiding inside the Great Pyramid? I mean, we think we know it. It's this magnificent tomb from the ancient world, a landmark. But what if there's way more to the story? What if the answers have been right there, waiting for us, just under the surface this whole time?
Okay, let's talk about the Great Pyramid's riddle. This thing, the Great Pyramid of Khufu, is an absolute marvel. It's the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing, which is just incredible to think about. We know it was built as a tomb for a pharaoh, but honestly, for all the exploring we've done, it's still a place to find more by its questions than its answers.
And just to put this into perspective, for over 4,500 years, that pyramid has stood there, silent, keeping its secrets. But then, in 2016, something changed. A new mission was launched, and this one promised to look inside this ancient wonder in a way no one ever had before. They were using technology the pyramid's builders couldn't even have dreamed of.
So what did they do?
Well, this wasn't about digging or drilling into this ancient monument. No way. An international team of scientists brought a totally non-invasive tool to the Giza Plateau: infrared thermal scanning. Their goal was pretty simple, really. Map the heat signatures of the pyramid and look for anything weird that could point to something hidden.
So how does this infrared stuff actually work? Well, you can think of it like creating a giant heat map. Different materials, different densities, they all hold and release heat at different speeds. So by scanning the pyramid, the scientists could spot any area that was behaving differently from all the massive limestone blocks around it. And let me tell you, what they found was pretty remarkable. And the scan didn't just show, minor little temperature changes here and there. Nope, it pointed to a very specific and very, very puzzling anomaly on the pyramid's eastern side. And this is where the mystery really deepens, all coming down to a single, simple number that could change everything we thought we knew. 3. That's it. Just 3. Out of the millions, literally millions of massive stones that make up the Great Pyramid, all the data pointed to just 3 of them. A single number that could, seriously, rewrite a chapter of ancient history. But what on earth does it mean? What it means is that 3 specific limestone blocks, all right next to each other down at the base, were giving off a much, much higher heat signature than any of the millions of other stones. This was a total shock. So the huge question becomes, why? Why were these 3 blocks so different? Okay, so while all the surrounding stones were doing exactly what you'd expect, heating up during the day, cooling down at night, these 3 blocks just stayed unusually hot, and that suggested one thing: whatever was behind them was not solid stone. And this is where it gets really wild. An unexpected heat signature doesn't just mean a different kind of rock. It could mean there's something else entirely behind those blocks. Or maybe nothing at all, an empty space.
The scientific logic here is just so cool. It's like a puzzle. The anomaly, the heat, that's the clue. The inference, that the heat is caused by something like air currents or a void, an empty space behind the stones. And that leads to this incredible hypothesis, that there are hidden chambers inside the Great Pyramid that nobody has ever known about.
And of course, this is where speculation just takes off. Could one of these undiscovered rooms be a burial chamber? Some people have even wondered if it could hold the long-lost tomb of the legendary Queen Nefertiti. Now, okay, that's a bit of a long shot for sure, but the possibility of any hidden chamber, that would be an absolutely monumental discovery.
But this thermal anomaly, it actually connects to an even bigger mystery, a paradox that has puzzled Egyptologists for decades, and it really challenges our most basic understanding of why the pyramids were even built in the first place.
Just think about this for a second. It's a really strange fact. These are the most famous tombs in the entire world, right? They were built at an unimaginable cost of labor and resources for the most powerful kings on earth, and yet, the central figures, the pharaohs themselves, have never ever been found inside them.
So we end up right back where we started, with a huge question. This discovery of 3 hot stones doesn't just suggest a hidden room. It forces us to ask everything all over again. Were the chambers we already know about just decoys? Maybe the real secret of the pyramids lies behind a wall that is, for the very first time, finally telling us that it's there.